Yo, what is going on, guys? So today I'm going to be giving an update about the S15, what's going on with it. There hasn't really been an update about it at all, really, and there's been a few posts, but I just want to clarify everything in this video here today so you guys know. And I heard some of you guys miss seeing my face, so I'm showing my face in this one. But yeah, okay, so September 21st, 2018, we were in Saskatoon and we hosted a pop-up meet at the 8th Street wholesale lot. I'll put a picture on the screen right now. That's the last picture I took of my car as one piece at the B&B that we were staying at. And yeah, so we left shortly after that photo. So we had this meet, tons of great people, tons of great cars, awesome turnout. And then as we were getting ready to leave, I got asked if someone could get a ride in my car. Shout out to Joel. So I said, yeah, of course. So me and Charles are in our cars with people in them. And then Charles leaves the lot, goes through the intersection just fine. And then I leave the lot right behind Charles. And it's literally the first intersection from the meet parking lot that we were at, that someone literally turned right in front of me. I'm going the speed limit. I'm following the rules. I'm not filming. I'm not doing anything illegal. I'm giving someone a ride, right? So I'm making sure that I'm safe. They were in a Toyota Corolla, I believe. And luckily enough, he admitted full fault at the scene, which it was his fault. I'm all shook up, but it happens. There's someone in my car that I'm giving a ride to. My airbag deploys. Whatever, the police come, ambulance comes. The S15 got towed from the collision to a tow lot called Astro Towing in Saskatoon. Rip. So yeah, anyways, that S15 got towed to Astro Towing lot.
It just so we can actually get our records out.
Oh, I see.
So it's
got turbo.
that's basically everything.
Look at this. Dude, that's crazy. Yeah.
And then we packed all our stuff and went back to Calgary, Alberta. I asked if I could remove the car from the lot and bring it back to Calgary, because I mentioned that there was daily lot fees and they were just going to rack up the longer it's there. But I was denied that request and told that the vehicle needed to stay there because it needed to get appraised in Saskatoon. So I was told to leave it in that lot because it's secure and all that. So the S15 was stored in this tow lot for nearly 7 months. Well over 200 days, and it had daily fees, as I was saying, so it accumulated a bill of over $7,000 in just lot fees. So just to get that S15 out of the lot, there was a bill that needed to be paid, and obviously, like $7,000, you'd think that the person at fault's insurance would cover it, and that's what's supposed to happen, but they were fully reluctant. My insurance obviously didn't want to pay for it. Everyone pointed the finger at me. They were like, it's your car. I'm like, but I was like, what? Like, what are you staring at? My dog's here. But I was like, what? This wasn't even my fault. Why do I have to pay for it? Big ordeal. A lot of stuff went on. Usually in collisions, obviously, it's insurance talking to insurance. So my insurance should be fully talking to the person that's responsible's insurance, and they deal with it like that. But during this whole 8-month process, I've had to do a lot of the phone calls, a lot of the hunting down, a lot of the just dealing with this, because nothing was moving forward or going ahead with the case. So I myself had to pay over $1,500 of my own money out of my own pocket to get the S15 out of the tow lot for it to get even appraised and assessed for the value. So that was a necessary step to move forward with the process that was already taking so long. So, you know, I bite the bullet on that one and I pay that. Huge shout out to Astro Towing, because they helped lower the lot fees a lot. They have been the most helpful in this entire process. I don't know if you guys ever need towing in Saskatoon or anything, but I definitely recommend Astro Towing. Good people, great customer service, and always willing to help you. So big shout out to Astro Towing, specifically Ray from Astro Towing. So my vehicle gets finally towed out of this lot after I paid. And obviously I'm planning to keep the car still at this point. And then as it's getting towed to the SGI, Saskatoon Government Insurance salvage lot to get appraised and assessed and everything. Someone has a video of the car getting towed, and I'll put that on the screen right now.
Rest in peace, dude. Holy fuck, man. Damn, dude. Thing is fucking sick, though.
And I noticed in that video that the front fender, passenger side, so the left side of the car, got damaged. And then I spoke to the driver, and he said someone cut him off as he was towing the car, and the vehicle shifted, so he had to pull over. And like, so it was messy because, I don't know, I already had to pay to get the car out of the lot, and there was shipping damage to the vehicle now that didn't happen because of the collision. But whatever, I'm still planning to keep the car at this point. And then it gets to the salvage lot to get appraised, and they got the top guy looking at this because I've been causing a lot of trouble and a lot of like, I've been calling these places right when they open to get answers and to like move forward with the process. I was that guy. I needed to get answers, and I needed to get this process finally rolling and like finished up here. So there's pictures that they took when the car was still on the tow truck. Those pictures on the screen right now. And obviously, as you can see, like that fender damage wasn't there before. That was a perfect fender, and same with the side skirt. And just like, obviously a rough chassis, the frame's all bent up, and like it would definitely need a pull. Front rad support obviously crushed. It would need a full new front end. Subframe is probably pinched or bent. Would need a new front subframe. Like, you don't really know the full extent of the damage unless you have it. So the vehicle goes through its first appraisal, and they couldn't even put a number on it. They were like, yeah, we had our guy look at it, and we have no idea what to value this at. So send us your receipts, send us your work, send us what you've done to it, send us similar ads. So I literally did that. I had so many receipts. I had over $10,000 worth of receipts sent, and I had a whole bunch of comments from the YouTube channel and the Instagram. I explained that the car wasn't just a car. It's like, it's a passion, you know. It's like what we use for our work. It was like video content. It was all this stuff. It was a build supported and appreciated by people worldwide. So I included comments from YouTube and Instagram of people like that were upset that the car was written off, and like people that were saying they followed the build since the beginning. You know, it wasn't just a normal car. You guys know that. So I included all that in the emails to the appraisers, whatever. They finally got back to me with a number, and it was a low ball, man. It was like obviously a lower value than what the car is worth. And then I was like, and usually in the case of an insurance, when you get an offer, you can refuse it and tell them to reappraise it, or someone from your insurance can appraise it because like the other person's insurance appraised it, and then they could come up with a number that they're both happy with. But in this case, they just gave me one number the first time, and they were like, this is what the number is. You have to take it. If you don't, you have to go to court and sue SGI. So literally my only option was accept the number, or I have to sue an entire government insurance of Saskatoon. And obviously when you go into like legal battles, there's like hiring a lawyer, making sure you win the case. And even if you do win the case, how much are you benefiting from it? Was it worth the time and the money invested to it? So I was just like, I really had to decide whether I was going to take the full payout or the buyback with the vehicle. And like, to add to the fender being messed up from the shipping damage, the wheel was sitting really close to the like where it was fastened, and it was metal against the wheel surface. So I already know those got all scratched up, and like everything on that car was mint. And then this collision happened, and then it got like stored outside for 6 months in the snow and rain, and then it got damaged being shipped, and then like wheels got all scratched up, and like the car was starting to like get defaced. And if I were to buy the car back, no one wanted to cover the shipping cost of bringing it from Saskatoon to Calgary. Obviously, just like the rest of this entire process, no one wanted to cover anything. I would have to pay to get the vehicle shipped from Saskatoon to Calgary. I would have to get a decreased check. And the buyback price for the vehicle wasn't a couple hundred. It was a few thousand. It was more than 4,000. So I was put in a really shitty situation, but it is what it is, whatever. So in the end of things, I decided just to not buy the car back, just to let that era end of the S15, which is right here, and just move on to an entirely new build and start fresh and just move on from it. Treat it like I sold the car. I actually got word today that the vehicle sold at auction for $8,500. So someone bought that chassis for $8,500, which, I mean, if you're in the area of the car, it's not bad. But I mean, it's still quite a bit for a vehicle that is no longer road legal. Obviously, it got fully written off, whatever. Just messy situation, but that's the update. And it sucks because during the middle of it, when it was about 4 or 5 months in and I was still planning to keep the S15, we got contacted by a company that wanted to help with S15 build, wanted to bring it to the next chapter, the next phase of the build. We were planning to change the color, to wide body it, to do a bunch of stuff. Like, it was going to get a whole new life, and it was going to be a big, exciting build, and we were going to surprise all you guys. But obviously that didn't happen. But I'm excited for the next project, my next project. I'm actually looking at cars right now. I'm looking at the Japanese auction, so I'm planning to bring a car in from Japan. Shout out to B Pro Auto, he's helping me with this. I'm not going to reveal what it is, but I am looking at something, and I'm bidding on auctions right now for it, and I'm excited for that. So that leads me to this next announcement here. We're going to be putting up these S15 shirts on our website, thelocalsmovement.com. I call them the Goodbye S15 shirts. If you guys want to support the next build, some of the proceeds from these shirts are going to go towards my next build so we can have good content for the videos. Summer season is the Locals YouTube channel season, so there's a ton planned for this summer. Edmonton, June 8th. We're going to be in Vancouver, June 15th. We're going to be in Seattle for Stance Wars and Weekfest in July, and we might be going to Cali too. So I'll put all the dates of where we're going in the description below. Pick up a Goodbye S15 shirt. The link is in the bio below. We're doing pre-orders on those. I'm excited to start my next build. It's unfortunate about the S15, but it is what it is. You can stay angry about it and just be pissed off and live a shitty life, or you can accept that it is and it can't be changed and move on from it. And shout out to Lucas and Cole, because they grabbed the last few things from the S15, and this is what they grabbed. So the Sylvia badge, pano mirror that was in there, shift knob, and obviously the plate. So yeah, and this frame, just lower it. This frame was on the S15, obviously, the R34 and Jesse's WRX back in the day. So it's cool to have this. This is the last few items that were in the S15, so hell yeah. Thank you guys for the love. Peace.